Welcome to Vifhy, where success is not an option, it's a guarantee. A gold-approved ACCA learning provider with 30,000 plus students worldwide and 100 plus position holders spread in 140 plus countries. Learn from top-ranked ACCA mentors with a proven track record of global success. Experience learning, glass technology for crystal clear concept delivery, and master your exams with our extensive testing platform. Access free e-notes, engage in global WhatsApp study groups, and attend expert-led webinars, giving you everything you need to succeed. Join a thriving student community, connecting minds across the world via our Student Connects. Study anywhere, anytime, because Vifhy brings high-quality virtual learning right to your fingertips. Get scholarships and massive discounts as we give quality education at an affordable fee. Vifhy has the highest number of success stories. Our alumni consistently achieve top global rankings. Will you be next? Join Vifhy today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ACCA post-result review session for exam attempt December 25. First of all, I need a quick confirmation. Is my voice clear, audible to all of you? Kindly, please, if you can confirm in the chat box. Okay, thank you very much for your confirmation. And big congratulations to all of the students who managed to pass in December 25. Either you passed any one paper, two papers, still you are doing ACCA, still you are into the qualification, it's not yet completed for you, or you became an affiliate. And yes, those who did manage to become affiliate, so again, I would say big congratulations to those students as well, because now they are into the ACCA family. So many students managed to pass in December 25 attempt, and the results were really awesome. Still, we are gathering a lot of data from the students because of the short time period. Whatever we could do, we have done. But the main purpose of the session is very different. And the session, this is what we always do, and that is we need to guide everyone. And this is the right time that today you have received your results. Those who passed, obviously, they need further guidance in relation to what papers, what combination they should opt for. And those, for some reason, who didn't manage to pass, I can understand. We all know that those students are disappointed. And they are really, into a rough patch right now. But come on, it's a professional qualification. It's a professional examination. Things like these do happen. It never means that you are not capable enough. It never means that you cannot do. Even if you are not able to pass in multiple ACCA attempts for one paper, you still have the capability. Yes, you need to figure out your weaknesses. You need to reflect on your problems. If you are able to find out those problems, those weaknesses, you will easily pass in the upcoming attempt. So for those students as well, this is a very, very important session, as entire Vifhy faculty is with me. We all are here to help you, guide you, support you. And once we will move towards a session of Q&A very soon, you can ask questions. The purpose of this post-result review session is to help you, as I said earlier, is to guide you. So the more questions you will ask, the more clarity you need, we will give you our expert opinion based on our experience, and that should help you a lot. Remember, we care for you. We are not an institution that just believe in selling the lectures. No, we want results. We want you to pass. That is why we try to provide best quality education. All right, then. So this was a quick overview. I would now welcome my entire faculty who is part of the session as well. I'll just run through a quick introduction of the entire faculty. So Hassan Dosani is the SBL specialist and also the brand head of ACCA at Vifhy. Uh, then followed by Ahmed Mumtaz, who is teaching BT, double A, and triple A at Vify. Also, along with that, he's also holding a strategic planner position, ACC at Vify. Then we have a very experienced, our old faculty member, Taha Popatia, who is the AFM specialist and a really hardworking tutor, to be very honest. Then we have Ma'am Sania. She deals with FA in English language, followed by TX and ATX, a very experienced tutor, followed by Ramiz Arain, again a very experienced taxation tutor who teaches MA1, MA2, TX, ATX, but in Urdu and Hindi language. Then we have Sir Ali Amanullah, who teaches FR Urdu in Urdu language, followed by Aisha Faisal. She teaches SBR and FR in English language, along with DIP IFRS. Amjad Hussain teaches SBR Urdu, and he is also the OBU mentor here at Vify, followed by myself. I teach PM, FM, and APM, and we have our another OBU mentor, Tahir Sartaj, who deals with OBU. So everybody clearly knows that March 26 is the last official attempt for OBU students. So it's a very good opportunity you still have. Anyways, so this was the faculty introduction. Now, as always, we will move towards the passing ratio. December 25, the passing ratio, right now, the results, what we have are the one that we have collected are the raw information. Maybe there might be some variation, but keeping this in mind that these are the best available ratios that we just saw. So let's have a quick discussion, not discussion, in fact, a brief input the tutors will give in relation to the passing ratios of their own respective papers. So I want faculty to just compare with the last September 25 quarter and December 25 results and give their quick input. So I'll start first with Sir Taha Popatia for Advanced Financial Management to share his insight in relation to AFM passing ratio. Yes, Sir Taha. Can you please unmute Sir Taha? He's not able to unmute himself. Okay, now you can. Taha, please.
Yeah. So I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, it is audible now.
All right. So AFM pass ratios have always been near to 45, 46%, and this time is not a surprise. Consistent, and it is improved by 1% as well. So now it is 45%. Previously, it was 44%, which is very good for the students. And AFM traditionally is one of the optional exams, which is easy to pass, and you can easily get a high passing ratio. Generally, the passing ratio is very high.
Okay, great. Now let's move towards the next paper, that is SBR. Ma'am Aisha, if you can please share your input in relation to SBR and FR.
Okay. Hello everyone. This is Miss Aisha with you all. So for SBR, we can see that past quarter it was 48% and it has been consistent. Again, it is 48%. For both SBR and FR, I'll say that they play within a bracket of 48 to 52%. And SBR, keeping in mind the little bit complexity that it has for the first question, which is around consolidation, and the amalgamation questions, it is usually in the 48 to 50s bucket. Whereas for FR, last quarter we saw it was 48%, and this quarter it is 51%. Well, the deal with last quarter, it was that we got feedback from students that the question style had changed for the constructed response question. The style, meaning the level of difficulty, had changed. So, keeping that in mind, I think in this quarter, in the recent quarter, everyone was very well prepared, for those question style, and that is why we can see a 3% jump, is what I believe. So, yeah, that is my analysis, I would say, for SBR and FR.
Great, great, great. I would request Sir Amjad to also jump in as far as the SBR is concerned, and he can also share his insight, what he thinks about the SBR passing ratio.
Thank you so very much. I hope I am audible to all of you, and welcome all. I congratulate everyone who qualified in this attempt, and best of luck for those who are not able to qualify. Again, as far as SBR is concerned, I agree with them, Aisha, that question one is going to be a bit more tricky, and this is the more concerned area for students as well, that they need to prepare themselves very well for consolidation part. Rest of the part of SBR was more or less in the same line which was previous. But again, I would say 48% passing rate is a very good passing rate.
Right. Thank you very much. Sir Ahmed, please, can you give your feedback in relation to AA and AAA passing ratio?
Good evening, everyone. As far as AA is concerned, the results are consistent. They are in line with the last session, which is a great news because the last session we had a great result, which was 46%, and now it has remained the same. So it's a great news for all the AA students. As far as AAA is concerned, the result has gone down a bit. It's a dip of 2%. I think that reminds us that AAA is a far more challenging paper, and it's a far more it's a paper where we have to put an extra effort, and still it's a very decent score because 38% is still not that bad because it used to be 32, 33%. So overall things are looking great.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Now, I would now request Ma'am Sania to share her input in relation to TX and ATX.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to congratulate to all those students who have passed their exam and those who have not been able to make it up. Just don't lose hope because every quarter you still have an option to pass your exam. And I mean, the door is always open for you. So if I have to discuss the percentage of taxation, it is like quite satisfactory that it is unchanged. I mean, it was 55%, the highest one amongst all skill level exam, and it is still the same. So this is like showing a kind of consistency in the performance by students. But if we look at ATX, surprisingly, there is a decrease of 3%. Though this is like, this has taken a little dip, but still, if I compare it with the rest of the optional papers, still the percentage is high. So with focused effort and revision, I hope students are able to make it up in the upcoming session.
Right. Thank you very much. Sir Ramiz, if you can please give your input in relation to both TX and ATX.
Okay. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes.
So first of all, many congratulations to all the students to pass the exam. The passing ratio of text and advanced text, as we see that the passing ratio of text is constant at 55%. And again, as always, I said, and Sir Rizwan Mania will always support that the passing ratio of text is always high, again at 55%, and the highest among all the skill level papers, and according to the advanced taxation paper, there is a slight decrease in the percentage. In the last attempt, the passing percentage was 53%, but this time the passing percentage is 50%. But still, the passing ratio is comparatively very good as compared for the strategic level papers. As you see all the strategic level papers, again, the passing rate is very good. So I must say that in the last 3 to 4 attempts, or you can say in the last 8 attempts, the passing ratio is approximately 47 to 50 or 51% in ATX. So that is a very good passing rate, and that is a very good paper to pass for.
Okay. So yes, I do agree with the ATX passing ratio. I'm a bit jealous about it as well, but anyways, I can't help it. So that's it as far as the passing ratios are concerned. Right then, thank you very much, each and every one. A few students who have been the high achievers at Vifhy so far. Again, as I said, that we still are gathering the data, and the session was very early. So we definitely will be sharing further details about the students who will uh, who have passed with us, and also their scores as well. So for now, it's 81 AFM Advanced Financial Management, followed by 80 in SBL, 77 in Financial Management, 76 in TX, 76 SBR, 74 PM, 74 in FR, 73 in AAA, and 72 in TX. So we definitely will be uploading a complete list of all the students who have passed and their numbers in upcoming few days. All right then. Now it's time to move towards the main agenda behind the session. And in last 2-3 attempts, we have done this on a very consistent basis, that we have focused a lot on Q&A. Previously, we used to invite our high achievers as well. So but again, considering the time frame, we thought that we will invite these high achievers in their respective subject-wise orientations. The timetable of that will be shared with you at the end of the session today. So all these high achievers of respective papers, we will invite them in their respective orientation sessions. So you can definitely join subject-related orientation sessions, where we will be giving them the opportunity to share their experience, and obviously if someone does really good, so their experience will matter. So you can definitely get that input from them in respective orientation sessions. For now, we are jumping towards our Q&A session, and just one thing I need to tell people: Sir Hassan Dosani is traveling right now, so he just gave a message that he will try his level best to join the session today. So we are waiting for him. He might join the session. Because of traveling, he's not able to be part of the session right now. So let's hope for the best that he also joins the session. And obviously, his insight will be very, very important for SBL. For now, we can start with our Q&A session. There are different questions that are in students' mind. You guys contact us as well, like just in case if you're not able to pass or you're confused, should we give that old paper again? Because obviously you are preparing for some other paper as well. So students are confused, should we continue with the new paper, or should we give that old paper, or we should give both the papers in the upcoming attempt? Similarly, those who did manage to pass, so they are again confused which combinations will suit them in the upcoming attempt. There is a big uh, 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 confusion around students in relation to OBU as well. So they are planning to give OBU. They want to appear in OBU for May 26 attempt, which is the last official attempt. So that is also in their mind in relation to the paper planning. So all these questions will be answered by the expert faculty members in this session that we will start right now. So I would request everyone to please post your questions in the chat box. The chat box is in front of me. I will try my level best to answer the questions that students will ask. One thing I just forgot. I want to share the feed passing ratio in relation to FM, PM, and APM. So the passing ratio of performance management went down 3%. So this is something not good. Obviously, it was in the previous attempt, it was on a higher side, like it did cross 40% multiple times. So I think this is not a good sign. Students really need to lift themselves now. performance management also always remains a challenge for the students, but I think the right approach will help people to pass. As for financial management is concerned, again, it's better. 2 points increase in that to 48 from 46. So this is where it always been. For APM, again, 1 percentage point better. So I think this is good sign for APM students, keeping in mind the challenge the paper offers. All right, then. So going back to the Q&A area, now I can see certain questions in front of my screen, and I will try to ask maximum questions just in case if I miss anything. So please, you can repost the question again. Okay. Okay, the first question is from Noman, and he is asking, on what basis should I choose advanced papers? I'm giving AFM in March 26, but not sure about the second one. I can answer this question on behalf of entire faculty. There are 3 basics that you can keep in your mind. Number one, the previous paper that you have given before. So if you think you are good in PM, maybe FM, maybe AA, maybe TX, you can go with the advanced papers of that. That's one basis of decision making. Number 2 is your preference in relation to calculations and theory. If you're really good in theory or maybe good in calculations, so you can opt for the papers according to that as well, like AAA, APM are almost theoretical papers. Third is the most important, I feel, and that is your preference to work in future, either it is audit firm or industry, your career actually. So ACCA gives you a very good flexibility that you can opt for the papers of your own likings, keeping in mind where you want to work. So if you want to work in an audit firm, AAA is the paper for you. If you want to work in advisory, so AFM, APM suits you. If you want to work in taxation area, so tax is the paper for you. So this is the third basis on the basis of which you can take the decision in relation to your advanced papers. So I hope, Noman, it will help you to decide. Although you have already taken decision for AFM, is the other paper that you have to decide. Okay, Abdul Subhan, PM was first time at 41, first time 41, now 35. The marks have gone down, so it's not a good sign. I would definitely want you to show me my exam performance report that ACCA publishes for skill papers. That will be a very good source of feedback for you, for me, for anybody who wants to understand where you are lacking. Number 2, I feel your conceptual understanding is a bit weaker, on a weaker side. You need to make sure that you build good concepts, and yes, your theoretical areas might be weak again, so you have to work on your theoretical areas as well. Theory doesn't means only CRQ answers, okay? It also relates to section B and section A, theoretical OTs as well, okay? Now, I will just, for now, will hold the SBL based questions, and let's wait for Sir Hassan to join. Then I can ask him these questions. So I'll just skip for now. Now, the next question is there any chance for me to take Syed Mansoor? Is there any chance for me to take new paper, March window, AFM, SBR or SBL? Again, for as far as SBL is concerned, Sir Hassan always used to say you should go with one SBL paper alone in one attempt. For AFM and SBR, I think the respective tutors can quickly give their input very quickly. What do you think, Taha?
So I believe, yes, you can easily take any one exam in the coming window. However, I will highly recommend that your first exam paper must be SBL. If it comes to the 4 professional papers, SBL must be your preference, your first professional paper. After that, go for SBR, and then finally decide for the 2 optional exams. So yes, you can definitely go for it. Sir Hassan will better guide, but I recommend that you go for SBL right now for March.
All right. I think whatever you decide between SBL and SBR, go with the compulsory professional papers first, okay, and then come towards the optional one. All right. We have another question for AFM from student mentioning that 6 times the student has given AFM and never passed, switched to APM, then 4 times APM. So again, did manage to pass. Okay, now 6 time AFM, 4 times APM. I think it's a serious bad luck going on. You should also think about something else. I don't know what's happening, but definitely one thing is for sure, that you are struggling in understanding the concepts. And again, in terms of APM, I can give my feedback that uh, the answering technique is where you're lacking. So you need to work on your answering technique as far as APM is concerned, because in APM, the most common reason for failure is students are not able to answer according to the requirement, and they do not understand the requirement. As for AFM, Saha, what is your quick input?
Yes, definitely. There is some problem in answering the exam rather than knowledge, because you have tried both the exam papers. My recommendation will be that you write down some paper, some recent past paper for maybe APM or AFM. Get it checked from me, Sir Rizwan. Sir Rizwan deals APM, and also do work on mock exams. Now, I believe that maybe you are not able to handle exam pressure, or you are doing something wrong while answering the question, because you have done AFM 6 times and you have also done APM 4 times. So it is 10 times in total. So you need to work on mocks, and you need to get some script checked from the expert tutor.
Okay, very nice. Ma'am Aisha, one question from you in relation to SBR. Student Faiz didn't manage to pass SBR in the previous attempt, now planning for AAA. So what is your suggestion? 2 papers or 1 paper?
So I think the student has probably already started preparing for AAA. Now,
Exactly.
students should take the decision, I believe, for the second paper, whether to tag SBR or not on 26 January. I think by all means should go for AAA because already preparing for it. But tagging SBR, yes or no, should be probably something just before the standard entry deadline. If AAA has been covered, like let's say 80-90% of the syllabus and question practice has been done, then yeah, SBR could be tagged, because then the remaining 30 days, AAA revision and SBR, whatever the gaps are there, that can be covered. So really depends upon your 25 days journey. How do you, prep yourself? Then you can tag.
Okay, great. Okay. Uh, okay. The next question is in relation to SBR. And Sir Amjad, if you can please answer this question, where the student is asking that failed SBR 3rd time, now planning to give SBL in March. So thrice failed SBR, now SBL in March. What is your suggestion?
3 times failure in SPR. I would suggest the most important thing here the student need to understand is he must have to find out where he lacks actually, because most of the time it happens when student is not been prepared well for across board the whole course. Most of the time he faces such sort of situation. So ensure one thing, that you are not skipping any sort of course area, preparing all the course standards very well, and make sure that you are like doing your mock exams and get that mock exams vetted by the mentor, so you can understand where you lack actually. So this is the best option as of now. Again, attempt your assignments on weekly basis. That will help you out to like identify where you lack based on the feedback provided by the mentor. So this is important in this way. Now, I think the student was also appearing for AAA, I think, right?
SBL.
SBL. I'm not sure on what status he is actually moving on, and if he's with Sir Hassan, then I believe they are at a very aggressive pace, and I think it's a good time that he would be going with SBL rather moving with SPR. because might be it's going to be a good luck for you and you might pass SBL. With that passing, you might be gaining confidence and hopefully that will work out for your SBR paper as well.
Okay, great. Thank you. Anwar Haq, we do have one facility, and that is the mock checking service. That is an isolated product that we offer at the end. But other than that, throughout the session, Anwar, we do offer this marking facility if you are part of the regular batch. So if I'm not wrong, there will be 6 questions that will mark for you, like 6 assignments will mark for you, plus we will also mark the mock for you. But if you're part of the reset batch starting from today, so again, you have opportunity that 3 assignments will mark for you, including 1 mock. But if you simply want this marking facility, so for that, for now, we have this mock facility at the end of the term, almost at the end, we'll offer this product, and you can enroll for that, and we'll mark your mock. You can even be part of the debrief session for that mock as well. Okay. How to pick professional papers? Nasir Ali, I've already answered this question, so you can just watch the recording later on for this. The next question is from a student who wants to go with FM and FR starting from today for March attempts. So I'm assuming that FM FR is for the first time ever for you. Okay. If it is first time, so I would advise go with one paper, any one in which you feel you are more good at, confident about it. But if one paper you have given before, if you were not able to pass or if you studied it before, then obviously you can go with 2 papers. But again, it seems like it is fresh for you. So a bit tough, I would say, to go with one paper, either FM or FR. Okay, we have a question for AFM, and I'll just ask 2 questions for AFM. I can see here. One is from Mehek, preparing for AFM March attempt, failed SBL with 45. Should I go in March for AFM again or not, or whatever SBL? There's another question you will answer me as well, Taha, and that is relating to AFM. If someone forgot F9, maybe given some time back, so starting AFM from scratch today, is it possible to pass or not? And third question, I hope you will remember all the 3 questions. I'm making it tough for you. Just checking your memory. I hope it is good. I'm very sure it is good. So the third question is, student scored 28 in AFM. Wow, in September. So 28 requires your advice. Yes, please.
Okay, so first one is about SBL. Now, I always recommend students that if they have any pending papers, if they give any paper and by any reason they were not successful, they must first kill that paper. So my suggestion is that number 1, SBL must be your priority. However, as you have scored 45%, this means that you may also take AFM depending upon how much time you can invest. For example, if you are a working student, if you have office 5 days, I will recommend go for SBL only. But if you are a full-time student, I will recommend you can go for SBL as well as AFM, because as a full-time student, you can give 7 to 8 hours or 6 hours daily, and then maybe once a week you can give 8 hours as well. So why underutilize yourself? Second question was about financial management concepts. Now in AFM, a course at Vify, we have plugged in the relevant revision material for FM. So if you don't have any prior knowledge, it doesn't matter. However, again, the factor is time, how much time you can invest. Because if you are someone who has zero knowledge of FM at this point, you will need to invest extra time. You will need extra one-to-one discussion with me. I'm always available. I will chat with you daily for any FM matter, but obviously your time investment matters a lot. If you're saying that I will invest time that a student who is not revising FM invest, then obviously it is going to be a challenge. So time investment. And the third student, 28 marks are really, really, really low. I believe you need to take the proper classes again with a tutor who is always there for you, who talks to you on daily basis, who keeps motivating you so that you are studying daily, who keeps pushing you, who keeps a track on you. So I will highly recommend that 28 marks are really low. You need proper classes. You must go for a complete package, a complete course which involves mock exams, assignments, and then a teacher-student follow-up. So yes, go for proper classes. 28 is a big challenge, a big problem.
Okay, great. I can see this question coming again and again. It's the third time in a different way, but the question is a similar one from Hamad, and I want to change voice here. I want Ahmed to answer this question. I did answer this question before, but maybe he can come up with something different. So Hamad is asking Ahmed again, how should he decide the optional papers? Like he gave an example that the passing ratio of AAA is very scary, and it was scary this time. It's 38%. Let's be open about it. Sorry, Ahmed. And for AFM, he's saying that techniques like hedging and all maybe are difficult. So he's indifferent. So how he or any person like him should select the optional papers?
Well, to be very honest, this is one of my favorite question. So thank you very much for this golden opportunity. And my opinion is I am dead sure. Personally, I am that anyone who is going for the first professional paper ever, he or she, first of all, he or she must choose the mandatory exams. That's the overall advice. Now, so that which means AFM, ATX, APM, AAA, all four eliminated. Now, considering the fact you are left with SBL versus SBR, I truly believe SBL, as Sir Hassan also says the same, SBL is not difficult, it's different. These are the words he even said to me face to face. So I'm dead sure about this statement. SBL is not different, but it's not difficult, but it's different. So if you want to avoid a different paper and you are unnecessarily anxious about it, I do understand that the fee is also on the higher side. Okay, go for SBR. And I would encourage you to go for SBR because of another reason. If you are a student who started ACCA from the scratch, so most probably you had two papers or maybe more than that. Maybe you did FA1, maybe you did FA2, FA, which we used to call F3, and then definitely you did FR. So after so many papers based upon double entry, accounting standards, the same old I-16, why don't you go for the highest financial accounting paper? Why don't you go for SBR first? And as we discussed the pass rates at the start of the session, SBR has got a very, very decent global pass rate. And at Vifhy, the pass rate is much, much higher. So I would encourage you to select SBR, considering the fact that you have got a very solid background of financial accounting. If your schooling was top notch, if you were in a great education, your basic education was top notch, then you can even go for SBL because SBL is common sense paper amalgamated with English language. That's it. So go for either SBR or SBL.
But the question is of optional papers.
Okay, I thought, really sorry. Okay, once you are done with the...
I'm very sure now that question is a favorite one for you, which I never asked actually.
Okay, now considering if a student is done and dusted with both SBR and SBL, now the optional papers.
Thank God.
Okay, for the optional papers, I think, sir, if you guys attended the session with concentration, yes, Sir Rizwan mentioned the three criterias. Number one criteria, your score in the previous paper. and number second, the calculation and the theory part. But I think the third criteria is the most important one. I agree with Sir Rizwan. I think you have to look up to what are you trying to achieve in the near future. You never know, maybe um, you're not you were not that great in, for example, in FM, but now you are seeking a career out of it. Maybe you are into the Islamic banking and finance, you never know. So maybe you're thinking about CFA, maybe you are right now in the middle of a job where you are looking forward to become an internal auditor, which is a very lucrative job. There is not much job related pressure, so maybe you want to pursue audit. So I think whenever a student has to decide which optional paper is the best for me, I think the worst strategy is to look up to the global pass rates. That's the
Exactly.
worst strategy. You
Exactly.
are you are going to become a professional chartered accountant. Your colleagues, your fellow members, they are all over the place. So it's a global qualification. So those little percentages will not matter. I think you have to look up to your interest and you have to play according to your strength
Exactly.
rather than looking up to the global pass rate. So if I am a student and if I'm choosing a particular paper only because of the fact that it has 3% more global pass rate, no, I think that's a very defensive strategy. Go for the paper which is best suited for you in terms of your work.
And plus, it matches your strength. That is most
Yes.
important thing. Maybe passing ratio might be low, but you are good at certain things, so you can pass the paper easily.
If 10% students are going to pass, for example, a paper, let's call it XYZ paper in the March 2026 exam window, you have to be among those 10% students. That's it.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you very much. Hadika, for your PM paper, again, the marks from 42 went to 37. So it's not a good sign. I will recommend you that you obviously do attend my reset orientation where I will discuss the major reason for failure in PM paper. Again, on top of it, your my exam performance report review is very important. That will highlight where you are struggling. Third, I feel the conceptual understanding needs to be improved. So don't rush to give the same paper again in March. Take more time, study properly, and maybe give in June attempt. Okay. It's never good to fail the paper. You waste your money, you waste your effort, and more importantly, the motivation. You kill your motivation to study. So I always recommend maybe take 3 4 months more, give in the next attempt, pass it. That's worth it, actually wasting time. Okay. The next question is I'm only left with one paper. If I do ATX in March 26, AAA in June 26, whether AAA will appear in my certificate or ATX will only come. I think I think you are trying to ask here that you are left with one paper, and it pertains to 20. I think it pertains to September 27. So I feel that if it relates to September 27, where only one optional is required, so for that purpose, you have to wait till 27, right? But if you are giving both papers well before 27, which you have to give two papers, so both will be appeared in your certificate once you qualify and give both the papers, okay? Again, we have a question for performance management. Got 48 in this paper. I was part of the regular batch, could not make it. So now, see, you got 48, very near to 50. You need to put a bit more effort. I think you're very close. So focusing on your weaker areas would be a good strategy. Every student does have an idea that which areas you lacked in the paper or in the previous attempt. So just figure out the areas where you were not good at last time and cover those areas practice more questions for particular area, like for section A, B, and C, and give the paper again in March 26 attempt. I think you will be able to make it. Okay. Now we have one question, and I want Ma'am Aisha, because she also works in Big Four, so I want her to answer this question now. Does marks play an important role in the job market? So what do you think, Ma'am Aisha? Does marks play important role in your career in job market?
Well, from my personal experience, I did not see in any interview the employers are asking the candidates whether how much you have scored, you know. So to that, I mean, considering that, I don't, agree that marks would play an important role in the job market. What, of course, helps you in the job market is the knowledge that you take from these courses and how much you're able to apply to your workplace. So from even from fetching a job perspective, they do ask you the questions which are very theoretical. So if you're able to recollect it from your memory and you're able to answer it on time and apply it to the given practical scenario which the interviewer is going to ask you, that will play a role, and not marks really, because I've seen amazingly successful people who have done ACCA and not they have not been the top scorers or top achievers every time. They have sometimes even passed with 51 or 52 marks, but they're doing really well. Wherever they are, either they're entrepreneurs or they're doing a service in Big Four or not Big Four, they are pretty successful still. So not marks, but yes, the knowledge and the application of knowledge will play a role. This is
Okay,
my
one
take.
more question I need to ask you. Aisha got 44 in SBR, and she is asking, she did self-study last time. So do you think she should join the classes after getting 44, or it's still self-study would work for her?
Okay, so I would say that it depends upon your current situation. Now, let's say if you're a student, like a full-time student, you're not working, then maybe you have all the time in the, right now to, if you're reading a concept, you have time to invest and research and, do back and forth. And yeah, eventually come to the right understanding. But what a course will help you do is that we have done all that homework for you. We have done all that research. We have gathered the practical, the right examples for you. And what you will take effort and you will put in time for 5 6 hours to understand a concept, we will probably give that to you in half an hour, right? So of course, considering that and considering the time you have, if you're working, I would definitely recommend you to join some course if there is lack of time. And secondly, also keep this in mind whenever you're selecting any course. Also look at the question list practice that you'll get to do. So many times we offer pre-recorded question lists. So look at the number of questions that will be given pre-recorded to you, because there also you'll save a lot of time when you try to crack questions independently. Again, so many concepts will be there that you'll not be able to relate with, not be able to understand. If you have a pre-recording available, you can just go immediately, watch that, and again come back to your solving. So like in particularly in SBR, we are almost giving you all 34 pre-recorded questions, 13 are group questions itself. In similar fashion, any course that you're selecting, look at this factor also, pre-recorded question number list. Yeah.
Okay. Almas, I think you can see your My Exam Performance report today. Maybe if not today, tomorrow, you'll be able to check your own portal, ACCA portal. Once you find it, you can share that with me, okay? Syed Haider has a question for Sir Amjad. He is concerned that as OBU will end in May 26, right? So now, will ACCA be worthwhile in terms of, because there is no degree, he thinks there is no degree attached with ACCA. So after this ends, will ACCA be worthwhile in comparison to being a certificate and OBU was a degree?
I don't think so that this is some sort of a valid question. One thing really important to understand, ACCA is a professional qualification and it do has a lot of OBU was provided as a byproduct to support the students in areas where
Yes.
a bachelor qualification is required. Globally, you don't need a bachelor qualification being a chartered accountant. If you are a chartered accountant, it means you are above all the qualifications. Remember that. The graduation was just a help out to you guys. For example, in UAE market, you need a graduation degree to just to get a skilled labor visa. But if you were doing job, for example, in most of the Asian countries, OB was, oh sorry, ACCA was considered equivalent to a master's qualification, and I think that was the same. The same thing is true for UK as well. You would be considered equivalent to the master's qualification. So, in its sense, ACCA is itself far more superior qualification compared to the OBU. Frankly speaking, if you compare a student being an ACCA, individual being an qualified ACCA, and a person having just Oxford Books University or a bachelor degree from any other university, employer always rate very high the ACCA or the chartered accountants compared to any other qualification. So you need to understand ACCA has its own market. So its worth cannot be like gone with just one degree. So it's always there and it will remain there, because being a professional accountant, one of the most important things you need to learn, and you will be understanding that if you are a professional qualified chartered accountant, you should be keen to do details. That's where most of the students fail actually in exam, because they don't go into the detail, or they don't look into what was the most important element asked by the examiner within the question. So you need to understand this was not the case with conventional qualification or the degree qualifications. If you have looked into some of the material provided by your teacher carefully and you have attempted the paper, you can easily qualify. But that's not the case with professional qualification. You must have to way deep dive into the qualification to attain this status. So it's not an easy thing. Again, not a difficult thing, but it has its own worth, just because of the reason that it provides you so much detail, it provides you so much like concentration that you would be rated very high compared to other qualifications. So don't bother or don't worry about it that this, if OBU is gone, then we don't have work. Now you need to understand that in terms of ACCA, in terms of worth of ACCA, you would be glad to understand that University of London, a highly rated university, is now collaborating with ACCA. So you can see the worth of ACCA has been increased. Rather, you are considering it a bit like its OBU is gone, then the value of ACCA was not there. But again, you need to understand University of London is in affiliation with ACCA now, and its worth would be much more than what we would be considering. So don't worry, it's a very well reputed qualification across, I think, more than 170 countries. So don't worry about that. It's a very well reputed qualification.
Exactly. ACCA has its own importance in isolation. Plus, the addition of University of London obviously is simply cherry on top, and obviously it will enhance the importance of ACCA, and this will be a very deadly combination, to be very honest. All right then. Student is asking in relation to FR, okay, failed FR in December attempt, giving PM in March. So which two papers should you opt for in June? If I answer this question, so you have already decided to give PM in March, which clearly means that you've already done good amount of work as far as PM is concerned. So you are clear about that. So I'll not disturb your planning in relation to March. For June, as you're asking two papers, I'll say for sure FR resit should be with AA, because FM is comparatively easier paper. So I want you to focus on one paper that you're already not able to pass with some good heavy paper like AA. So it will be a good combination, and it will be, a balanced attempt for you. So go with FR and AA in June 26 attempt. Noman is asking changes in ACCA. See, September 27, the applicability of the new scheme is from September 27 as far as skill and professional papers are concerned. So no change in 26. Okay, no change at all. In fact, start of 27 as well. Okay, the next question.
Sir, can I interrupt?
Always
Sir,
you can interrupt.
sir, what if a student is going to ask you this question and I want you to answer it for many students? Sir, I'm done with one optional paper. I'm done with SBR and SBL, and I've just cleared, for example, AFM. Should I wait till September 2027 and I will automatically become an ACCA affiliate? Your take on that?
Okay, this is a very good option, and you can wait. Obviously, nobody will force you to complete ACCA, but make sure it has a huge opportunity cost, and that opportunity cost is of almost starting from today. If I say it's 1.5 year approximately, you are wasting in terms of your career, in terms of your professional growth, in terms of your salary, maybe in terms of your marriage. I don't know if you want to marry or not. If you are not married, I don't know. So there are so many things you're stopping for yourself. It's a huge opportunity cost. Why wait for one paper? Why avoid one paper? And it will not benefit you at all. Complete your ACCA ASAP. If June is your last attempt, even if December 26 is your last attempt, even if March 27 is your last attempt. Okay, June 27, okay, just hold on. But if March 27 or maybe December 26 your last attempt, complete it and get into the professional world. You will become an affiliate. You will be qualified as a member later on. You will be ahead of someone who will qualify in September 27. You will be way ahead, 1.5 year. In this today's competitive employment world, make sure one thing: if you are 1.5 years behind, it's like you are 3 years behind. The talent is there in the market. Competition is at its peak. You should not wait at all, just to avoid one paper and just waiting your qualification for 1.5 years ahead. So that's my answer as far as this question is concerned. Okay. Moving towards the question list again. Mohammed Mustaqim, I have left with 2 optional papers. Will attempt AFM in March. Left with the other one. Should I? Oh, this is the same one I answered. You should not wait. Come on, never think of waiting. Sir Ahmed sir already read that question and he asked me. Yeah, okay, done. Enough time to join APM, passed in 26 as a full-time working student. If you have studied before, so I will say yes, you can simply do it. But if APM is first time, my suggestion will be don't rush, give in June. Give yourself more time. The next question, Neha, sir, I opt AFM in professional paper at very first, but in last 2 attempts, I wasn't able to crack the exam. My marks increased this time, but she didn't manage to pass. So, Sir Taha, should she continue AFM? She wants to decide, should continue or leave it.
Okay. And she's also preparing for SBR right now, correct?
I haven't seen this.
As well as I'm preparing for SBR. It's Neha, correct? I gave AFM 2 times but wasn't able to clear. Okay. Yeah, she is also giving SBR. So, Neha, basically, you need to let me know your marks. You need to, you can contact me. You can approach Vifhy support staff. They will provide you my official AFM number. Share your marks, share more details. If your marks are near to 45, maybe 44, 46, yes, you can go for 2 papers as well, SBR and AFM. But if you scored really less, then it will be better that we first trace down the problem. What was your actual problem? Why you were not able to pass the exam. There can be two reasons. Number one, you were not conceptually clear. Number two, it was a bad day, or maybe the third reason is that you were lacking exam techniques. So we need a proper diagnostic. You can approach me, you can talk to me one to one. Also, we will have an AFM specific session, and I will need to listen from you. Want to know your specific marks. If you don't want to talk right now, don't want to disclose your marks in the chat, yes, you can always connect to me.
Okay. The SBR revision classes will start from 4th of February for March 26 attempt. Okay. SBR revision class will start from 4th Feb. Okay, just a minute. I think my chat got disconnected. Ahmed, if you can see the chat box, you can continue with few questions until I get the access back.
Okay. I've got a question from Mustaqim. What is the ratio of theory and calculation marks in AFM out of 80 technical marks? Sataha, quickly, the split between numerical and theoretical parts. Okay. What is the split between numerical portion and the theoretical portion in the AFM exam?
Okay, so AFM is a balanced paper. Around 40 marks, you can say, comes from theory, and around 50 to 60 are numerical. And when we talk about 40 or 45 marks that comes from theory, you can say that around 25 to 30 are connected with scenario, which means that you have to write comments or you have to explain your calculations. Whereas there are around, you can say that 15 marks or maybe 20 marks that are specific theory-based questions in which there is no connection from the scenario, but the thing is in your syllabus. So you can break it into three pieces. Number one, 50 to 60 theory, computational marks, 20 marks which are theoretical connected with your computation, and then the rest marks which comes from pure theory area.
Okay, thank you. I've got a very tricky situation. So the student is saying, from Malcolm, I got 47% in SBR and 44% in AAA. Okay. And the student is also preparing for AFM nowadays. So the question is, should the student move forward and go for AFM, or should pause AFM and go back to SBR, or maybe AAA in June? So the situation is very tricky. Sataha, Ma'am Aisha, over to you guys.
I believe, Ma'am Aisha, you may go first. Ma'am Aisha?
Okay, so I got 47 in SBR and 44 in AAA, and I'm now preparing for AFM. Okay. Should I pause AFM and reset SBR and AAA? Okay. So in such cases, I always recommend students to, analyze where you're standing. Now, if you had started preparing for AFM with full force, and like you're in the momentum, maybe you need not break it and you continue with it. And you can tag SBR and AAA any one paper with it. Okay, any one paper with it. Of course, not three. Of course, not three. So yeah, again in SBR and AAA, see where you're standing in these papers. Again, if your preparation for SBR is much more better than AAA, from marks I see, yeah, maybe a little better. But of course, you're the better person to judge. So see where you're standing in each of these papers and then tag that paper. Okay. So yeah, but yeah, again, your self-analysis will be, I think, more important than my advice here, like where you're standing in each paper here. Where is your preparation, standing? Yeah.
Okay, so is it my turn now, Ahmed? Okay. Yeah.
Yes, please, Sataha.
I will slightly differ. The student has partially completed his breakfast, then he did some of lunch, and now he wants a dinner as well. So technically, the next day he will never like breakfast and lunch. So better kill the birds that you have in hand. I will differ. I will say that you scored 47 and 44, which means that you are very close. So pause AFM immediately, pick SBR, AAA again. You can do both of them together because you were very close. You have also prepared them one time. You are very, very close. But yes, being close doesn't mean that you go half-heartedly. You have to give 100% effort. So go for SBR and AAA right now, pause AFM and do it later. Second
Sarta
opinion.
is not happy saying pause AFM. Huh? I can see his
No,
face
I'm very
expression.
happy because
That's joking.
you
Just
can,
joking.
you can never. Okay. Now the second thing is that he cannot afford to fail one more time because it will highly demotivate him. What if worst scenario is that if he gives AFM and God forbid he fails AFM as well, then he will say that I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all three things. So better complete the previous meals, better complete SBR, AAA, get relaxed, and then go for AFM and kill it. You will do it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sir Ahmed. I can see 2-3 questions in relation to taxation and ATX, and a very important question. I want Ma'am Sania first to answer the first question, then I'll ask Sir Ramesh to answer. March 26 is the attempt after which the tax rates will change, right? So if tax rates do change after March 26, so the student is concerned, should they give the exam in March or they wait and let the tax rate change and then give in June? The concern is if they fail, so what will happen then? Yes, Ma'am Sani, if you're here. Okay, I think she is not available. Sir Ramesh, please, can you answer this question?
Yeah, sure. Sir, this is a very common question by almost all the students that when the tax rate changes, they have a fear that if the tax rate changes and if we failed in March attempt, then what will be the changes and what will be the revision session and what will we do in June attempt? As I always say to all the students that first of all, make a strategy to pass the paper in March attempt. Don't think about the failure, because if you think about that you will fail in the exam, obviously you will be failed. So first of all, make a strategy to pass the paper in the March attempt. That will be the basic target. But if you unluckily if you failed in March attempt, there will be a slight change in the taxation rules. Hardly if I see a percentage of the whole course, there will be a slight change of approximately 2 to 5% in the tax rates. That will not affect the overall the course. The concept of the course, the concept of the topic will remain the same, the 100% same. Only the tax percentages will change. The calculation part will change, which can be easily applied or easily revised for the June attempt. So there is no chance because the passing rate is very good. So there is no chance to fail the exam. But if you will, so there will be a only slight change of 2 to 5% that can be revised easily, and you can give the paper in June attempt. So don't miss the March attempt, and don't miss that attempt because of that there will be a change in the tax rates.
Okay, okay, very nice. Thank you. Okay, I can see a few questions in relation to PM and APM. First of all, the student is asking, start PM from scratch? No. For March, no. Straight away, no. For June, yes. Okay, you can start PMs from scratch. For June, yes. Okay. APM self-study, to be very honest, it's not because I teach. I'm saying this from any place, any other place. Don't go with self-study because you even didn't pass the paper as well. So the tutor explanation, the way to write the answer, I have never seen written in any textbooks or study hub even. How to write the answer. This is not available as far as the reading material is concerned. So please don't go with self-study option. Okay. PM failed 4 times. You are again between 40 and 45. So Danish, my recommendation is first of all to do some charity. It's very important. And secondly, the concept lacking is there. If you are not able to score high, plus you are in the same range, so Danish, concept understanding is weak. You must study properly with more time. Conceptually, you have to make sure you are good, and then I'm very sure you will be easily passing the paper in the next attempt if you give yourself time and then you attempted the paper. Okay. I think this question has been answered by Taha and Ma'am Aisha. I think Ahmed took this question. For June, yes, you can enroll yourself for PM. At Vifhy, we have already started the registrations for June batch right now. In fact, 1.5 months before. So you can enroll for June batch for any paper. Okay. Okay, for a working class student, they want to write in June how many papers you recommend the person should take. Minimum 2 papers. Come on, minimum 2 papers you should. If you want to give in June, you have ample amount of time left. And the study plan, obviously, even though it will vary according to paper, but the study plan minimum should be, 2 to 3 hours initially for both the papers, and at a mid stage, 2 hours per paper minimum. Okay. What do you suggest I should take AA after FR and SBR immediately after? Who will answer this? Ahmed or Ma'am Aisha?
Aisha ma'am would do it, because to be honest, I didn't understand the question. What paper should I do after FR and what paper should I do after SBR?
Yeah, I tried to comprehend this, and I think the question is, after FR, should the student take AA?
Yes.
And SBR immediately after that? I don't know. Ma'am Aisha, yes, please.
Yeah, I think the sequence is making logic. After FR, AA, if that's the last skill paper remaining, then naturally yes. And then after AA, because you just finished FR prior to that, we all know that FR 60 to 70% conceptual knowledge is again being used in SBR. So of course, I mean that sequence does make sense. Yeah.
Okay, great. Sir Amjad, if you can answer this one, are there any master options in any European university on the basis of ACCA in Pakistan?
Master's option, there are a lot many master's options.
In European universities, okay, on the basis of ACCA.
I think students might get enrolled, but I'm not exactly sure about it. But as far as the Asian market is concerned, I think if the students have qualified the intermediate, then they can go for the masters. And I think the same was applicable over there in UK. I think BPP University is actually offering a program where you can get yourself enrolled for master's program, and along with it, you can qualify your professional papers. I think this is one option. You can search about it. BPP University is actually offering this course, I think.
Okay, I can see a very interesting question from one of the student, and the question is, if I take 15 years to complete ACCA, 15 years to complete ACCA, would there be any chance for me to get a job in MNC? Yes, Taha. What do you think? 15 years. The student started in 2016. So I think we guys need to, pump these students, motivate them. And yes, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Once you are ACCA member, it doesn't matter how long you took to qualify to complete your papers. So definitely there is a chance. You have to be positive, and yes, you can still land up in a good company, a good organization. Because as I said, that being a ACCA member, being an ACCA member matters. It doesn't matter how long you took.
Yes, 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 yes. And hats off to you that you still kept on doing ACCA. It's a big achievement, to be very honest. You never gave up. Carry on, complete it. Don't worry about jobs. Uh, these are already well written in timeline of each and every individual. So whatever you will earn, it's already written. Just do the hard work and you will get a very good job after that. I have one question for AA. The marks are really concerning for me. 17 marks. 17 marks. Ahmed, what is your input in relation to this?
Yes, I wanted to address this question. Well, first of all, I think the student has to contact me in person because 17 marks, this is not acceptable by any means. I mean, if
Exactly.
somebody even studied for 10 days, the student end up scoring 30, 35, 25. So you need to contact me. I need to have a discussion with you in person. Maybe we need to chat or we need to call, and then we'll see what needs to be done. So you have to contact me in person.
Lakshmi, you got 46 in APM. That was your first attempt. I think go with APM again. If you can manage both, like AFM, you're already preparing. But if you can manage both, then it's good. But otherwise, I will definitely recommend you to give APM again. You're very near. You'll be able to make it in upcoming March 26. What is the difference between full course and a revision course? I can explain you this difference very well. The full course is now called as the reset course that we're offering from today. It's a complete course, 100% content coverage with question practice, recorded conceptual videos. Plus, now the real difference starts from here. The 3 to 4 live classes that we are still left with, we'll take those so you can be part of those live sessions. 3 assignments we will mark for you. So this is the second very important difference. And when it comes to the revision course, the first thing is you are not getting 100% content. The content is limited. Most important areas will be part of that. Number 2, no live classes are part of that, other than the revision webinars that we take in the last month, and no assignments marking will be there. But the common between these two is the mock. Mock will be marked whether you are part of the regular course called as reset course now or the revision 1. Okay. Right. So I can see one more question in relation to tax here. I think ma'am Sania is still not available. Sir Ramesh, if you can answer this question. Student didn't pass taxation. Now the rates, sorry, March is the last attempt and he already prepared for some other paper. So what will you recommend? Should he give tax or the other paper, or give tax after rate changes in June 26?
I think it depends upon the student that is he or she is able to manage the two papers. If that person is a full-time student, not a professional student, and can easily manage two papers, so I prefer that you will give two paper, both the papers, the paper you are preparing for and the text that in which you are failed. If you are a professional student, or if it is some happens that you cannot give a more time to the studies and you can give only one paper, so my preference is to give the taxation paper, because after the tax rates change, it will be difficult for you to remember the new rates, or your efforts will be double. So as my preference for the student, that go with the taxation paper in the March attempt, because the taxation is purely calculation. So I think that if you are a full-time student, you can manage the two papers. I think if it is FR or PM or FM, any other paper. So my preference is not to hold the paper for June attempt and go with March attempt and try to pass it in the March attempt.
Okay, I can see few more questions for ATX here. And the first is, anybody wants to start ATX from scratch today? So is it possible in March 26? That's my first question for ATX. And the other question for ATX is, ATX paper requires simple rule-based learning, or it's more like analytical one as well?
Okay. So with the first question, that if anyone wants to start from the scratch, if he or she wants to study the paper for March attempt, yes, you can, but you have to give at least 4 to 5 hours per day for the batch, so you can cover up the whole course till the mid of February, and then you will have approximately 10 to 15 days for revision purposes and for the practice purposes. The main thing is that if you can give 4 to 5 hours per day from now, so you can start ATX from scratch and you can give the paper for March attempt. But if you are not able to give 4 to 5 hours, or you can only give 1 to 2 hours, so now you cannot start the paper, because the course is lengthy, the practice is very lengthy, so you need the time for revision purposes. So that is why you need to analyze that the time you can give. If you can give 4 to 5 hours, then go ahead. You can easily cover up the course and will give the attempt in March. The second question, sir, the second question was?
Is it rule-based or not? Or, you need to do analysis, or is it just rule-based?
Yes, the paper is totally rule-based. The 50% paper is calculation-based, 50% is theory-based. And the theory-based area is totally the rule-based area. You don't need to analyze, or you don't need the examiner will not give you a scenario, a practical scenario in which you have to perform some task. No, this is not that type of paper. This is simply a rule-based paper. In the theory part, examiner will ask particular rules about anything, about the taxation rules, and you have just you need to write the rules according to that.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Sir Ramesh. All right, then I can still see a lot of questions pending, and I'm really sorry because of the time limitation, I won't be able to take the remaining questions. For that, I will strongly recommend you to be part of the subject-based orientations to be held from tomorrow, starting from tomorrow, where you can be part of the subject-related orientation, where you can ask the tutors respective questions for the subject as well. Few details I want to share for the students. That is, the reset batch has started from today. As I mentioned, it's a regular course. We just changed the name because we want to give you a very good discount. That's why we changed the name. So you have a very good discount for the same course that we were offering before. And this includes everything, 100% material. I want to guide you here one very important thing. Those students who are appearing in March 26 and they just failed by 1 to 2 marks, which means they are already very good. So maybe they might not opt for this one, and they can go with the revision course where they can focus on limited important areas. But if you are not conceptually very good, if the marks were not very good, so I would advise you to be part of this course. And in this course as well, you can target the most weaker areas first, the areas where you think you're not good at, right? So you can just jump to those areas, cover those areas, practice those areas, see our practice material in relation to those areas. So it's not compulsory that you cover each and everything as far as this reset course is concerned, even though we will give you a planner to cover the syllabus in the remaining dates. But to be very honest, it's not practically possible. So what I always suggest everyone is focus on your weak areas first. But if you already are good in terms of understanding, you just need more practice, you need someone to be with you, some learning provider to be with you, some tutor to be with you. So revision course will suit you a lot. That we will start from 4th of Feb. The best part as far as both courses are concerned is mock will be part of both the courses. The difference I already discussed earlier as well. So yeah, that's the details about the two courses. Please just note down the respective orientation, reset orientation sessions. You will decide on your own which paper you want to opt for. So starting from 17th January, tomorrow, it's double A. Then followed by that, it's TX English. Then again, triple A as well tomorrow. That is 17th, and ATS English as well. And SBR Urdu Hindi as well. Followed by, wow, 17 is completely packed with orientations. Then SBR English and FR English as well. So everybody is in a hurry, I think. Then 18th, we have just one and that is of AFM, followed by TXPM, ATX SBL on 19th January, followed by FM 21st, APM 22nd, and FR Urdu 22nd. So these are the orientation sessions that we will be conducting. Let me again remind you, these orientation sessions mainly will include three things. Number one, key reason for failures, why people fail in these papers, and how the tutor will overcome those things. Number two, we'll invite the high achiever of our own Vifhy student who secured high marks in the respective paper. So you can have a good interaction with that student as well. Third, the Q&A for that respective subject. Okay. So you can contact the support team at these numbers. The admission department can contact the admission department for these things. They will be happy to help you. And definitely, I hope that the upcoming March 26 attempt will be a very useful and beneficial attempt for you people. Before I hand over for the ending note, so my final input will be, don't be demotivated. These are professional examinations. Pass and fail is part of life. Any student who passes the paper, it's good. But again, you still have to work hard. You still have to carry on the same effort in the upcoming exams if you become affiliate in your life as well. Those who were not able to pass, so for them, I'll say that, come on, you have to just lift yourself. It's not a failure, it's a learning for you. Life never ends. It's not end of the world. It's not like that now you cannot do anything in this world. No, it was an exam. You didn't do well. There were flaws. Accept it. Yes, you were not able to pass. Look for the improvements. Definitely, you will find a lot of things that you didn't do in the last attempt. It's not a personal fight between you and the examiner, right? It is just the right approach that you have to adopt. You have to learn from the mistakes you've done. There could be multiple problems that were part of the previous batch, like the concepts were not good, you had less time to cover the content, you didn't do practice much, your motivation was not there, you were very much busy at your workplace. There could be hundreds of reasons, right? But it doesn't mean you quit ACCA. It doesn't mean you leave ACCA. It doesn't mean that you are not capable to do it. Come on, believe in yourself. You are best. You are skillful. You can do it. People like you have done in the past. So why not you? You are best and you can pass your ACCA. You can, be very successful in life ahead. It's just a qualification. It's just an examination, nothing else. So buck up yourself and remember, these are just exams. You will easily overcome. The day you will overcome, you will laugh and you'll say, okay, why I was demotivated? These were just examinations. So please lift yourself and best of luck for your upcoming exams. Sir Hassan unfortunately was not part of the session because he was traveling. So he personally messaged me and instructed me that the ending note should be given by two people together, Ahmed Mumtaz and Taha Popatia. I don't know the sequence. They will decide themselves, but I will request them to keep it a bit short. So over to Ahmed and Taha for the ending note on behalf of Sir Hassan.
So Taha, over to you.
All right, so everyone, you have to be really motivated. Forget if today's day was not a good one for you in terms of result. Just forget everything, and tomorrow is a new journey. It is a new start for you, and you have to put more energy. One very important thing that I will recommend you all, whatever exam papers you are giving, at Vifhy, we have always respected quality over quantity. Each and every tutor, from the very first paper till the very last paper, from PM to AAA, whether it is Sir Rizwan, whether it is Sir Ahmed, Sir Ramiz, me, Sir Hassan, anyone, we are available for you all the time. So if there are any problems, because there might be some introvert students, there might be some problems you don't want to discuss in a session right now, you have to talk out, you have to speak out, you have to speak to us on WhatsApp, you have to discuss your problems. Keeping problems in your heart will not solve them. So do talk to us. We are experts. We have guided, we have produced magnificent results. You can see history of Vifhy. So please do talk to us. Do discuss your problems with us anytime. We are always available. Thank you so much, everyone, for making this session a success. And over to you, Sir Ahmed.
Good night from my side. Guys, wishing you all the best for the June 2026 exam window and the March 2026 exam window. Uh, the enrollments and the admissions are open for both the sessions. So I receive multiple messages that what if I want to join the June batch? Yes, you are more than welcome. And your March 2026 exam window deserves the best version of you. So please go and conquer the March 2026 exam window without any confusion, without any uh, baggage of December 2025 exam window. So go for it. You're the best. And yes, you can do it. And good luck. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.